What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia, and welcome to the Fiji versus Papua New Guinea Pacific Championship Bowl review. Hope everyone is doing well on this Saturday night. It is currently 9:22 p.m. The game finished about 15-20 minutes ago. And Papua New Guinea, absolutely outstanding performance from them. They defeated Fiji 22-10. It felt like they won by a lot more. Papua New Guinea were very, very good today. Fiji were disappointing, but that's just how it goes sometimes, man. That's just how it goes sometimes. Now, Papua New Guinea, I think they are now one win away from getting to the final. So good stuff from them. They were great, man. They were very good. As for Fiji, definitely a lot to work on for them going forward. That is for sure. But of course, guys, if you're new around here, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. If you're a regular viewer, thank you very much for tuning in once again. We'll try and get through this review quick as we can. I don't want to leave you guys on here for too long. You probably just want a recap of the contest, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. And let's just get straight into it. And a bit like the Australia-Tonga game last night, both sides had a few errors early on. I think a bit like I said last night on the review of Australia-Tonga. But a lot of these players haven't played a game in 4 to 6 weeks. It's been a while, and there was going to be a bit of rust out there, and there was a couple of errors early on from Michael Jennings. A couple of six agains. I think Roderick Todd might have had an error in there. Lachlan Lamb had one. A couple of penalties and whatever errors. And we get to the first try of the game there, and Fiji were going for a left side block play, and William Kickout just offloads the ball without even looking. And the Cowboys' young gun, Robert Derby, who's only played one game for the Cowboys in the NRL, he read the play brilliantly, and he got the intercept for Papua New Guinea, and Robert Derby was away, man. Ended up scoring a 65-meter try. Kevin Nagama, good chase, almost got him in the end, but Robert Derby with the first try of the game, good stuff there. 4-0 in favor of Papua New Guinea, and then Judah Rimbu. Now, apologies if I pronounce these guys' names wrong, but before I get to that try, there was a really bad no try against Fiji down the other end. There was an obstruction from Viliami Kikau on, who was it? It was Kyle Laybut, and they say no try to Michael Jennings. Very big call, man. Very big call. I thought Michael Jennings scored the try. I do think Kyle Laybut milked it for all it was worth, but you know what? If you're Kyle Laybut, you're always going to milk it and try and give your team an advantage. So it was a big call, but it went to Papua New Guinea. They received the penalty, and then they go down the other end, couple of offloads, McDonald, brilliant offload, and Rimbu, I hope I pronounced that right. He ends up scoring the try for Papua New Guinea, the number 9 there. They go to 10-0 in front, Papua New Guinea. They were looking good, man. 10-0 lead. They were on fire, man. Papua New Guinea were looking good. Fiji looked really lost out there, man. The halves pairing of Kevin Nagama and Kurt Donahue, it just did not work, man. Nagama plays in the centers in the Super League most of the season, and Kurt Donahue, I believe, he's a dummy half. He's a hooker, so they had no halves whatsoever, and that was my worry going into the game. I did tip Fiji to win the game by 4 points the other day, but I was concerned about the halves, and that's what happened. The halves just weren't good. As for Papua New Guinea, you know, Kyle Laybut, Lachlan Lamb, and you got McDonald through the middle there as a fullback, and you got that hooker there, Nimbu. They had a really good spine, Papua New Guinea, and they looked really good. But I think what really hurt Fiji was Papua New Guinea's try right before halftime. Namo big Namo, man, big body, sort of just found some space towards the try line there, reached out, scored a fantastic try. And Papua New Guinea were on a mission, man. They were on a mission. They were leading 16-0, 16 points to nil. And they were looking good, man. They were looking very, very good. And it was always going to be hard for Fiji to come back from 16-0 down. I know it's only 3 tries and there's still a long time to go in the game, but you can't give up 16-0 in these type of games, man. You just can't. It's too hard to come back. Anyway, we get to half-time and it was 16-0 in favour of Papua New Guinea. And look, I thought obviously Fiji had to be next to score, and Fiji had to get a lot right if they were going to come back. Papua New Guinea were the better team for a long time in this game. And second half begins, couple of 6 agains and whatnot, couple of penalties. And then Fiji, finally, they find Semi Valame on the right wing. He scores in the corner for Fiji. They needed to score next, and they did. Conversion was missed by Tane Milne. 16 points to 4. Kickout again. Throws a absolute shocker. This time he actually looked where he passed the ball, but Robert Derby again read the play brilliantly. Runs downfield, gets tackled, and then Nane McDonald ends up scoring a try for Papua New Guinea, which ended up being the game. Well, it pretty much ended up being the try that sealed the game, and it was 22 points to 4 at that stage, and the game was pretty much over. And then, Fiji was still trying really hard, but they didn't have the points. And then at the end, bit of a scrappy old try. Sivo ends up scoring, and it ends up being 22-10 at the full-time score. Papua New Guinea were too good, man. They were just simply too good for Fiji. Fiji, they've got some problems, man. They got to sort out the halves. They got to work out their best combination. Nagama wasn't in the game enough, and Kurt Donahue just didn't work out. I think if Fiji had Api Coruscant available, he would have played in the halves, which would have given him a bit more direction. But that's just how it goes sometimes. And obviously, Brendan Wakeham isn't available. So they've got no halves, Fiji, and it just makes it hard for them. Maybe they should give Jarrett Hayne a jersey next week. But having a look at some of the stats here, guys, as well, like errors and completion rates and whatnot. So what do we got here? Fiji made 13 errors. Papua New Guinea made 12. 6-2 penalty count in favour of Papua New Guinea. 3-1, 6 against in favour of Fiji. Also completion rate here. Papua New Guinea completed at 82%. Fiji completed at 71%. So Papua New Guinea's completion rate was a lot better than Fiji's tonight, man. A lot better. Now, what do we got here? Some of the tackles. Tunikama Kamifa made 42 tackles. Reece Martin made 40 tackles. How about the run meters? Robert Derby, who I'm so excited for as a Cowboys supporter, he had 297 run meters on the right wing. Now, Robert Derby made his debut in 2023 for the Cowboys against the Eels during the Origin period, and he played well in that game, but injuries have held him back over the last 12 months, and with Kyle Felt departing, I think we may see Robert Derby debut for the Cowboys, or not debut, but he might take that wing spot, and he might get the first crack. Who the hell knows? But he was very good, and so was the other winger who also plays for the Cowboys, Semi Valame. He had a good game today as well. So a couple of really good headaches there for Todd Payton and the Cowboys next year. Robert Derby on the right wing did a great job for Papua New Guinea. And Semi Valame, who played right wing for Fiji, he did a good job as well. So some very good headaches next year as a Cowboys supporter. But McDonald, he had the most line breaks, 2-1. Now, I'm going to give you guys some play ratings. So I'm not going to go through everyone because I'll be here all night. But the guys that I thought were good, I'll start with the losing side, Fiji. Look, I thought Taruva was arguably Fiji's best player. He tried really hard out there. I thought Semi Valame and Wagga Blake were quite good. Tuvikama Kamifa tried really hard out there. Kick out did not play well, unfortunately for him. Caleb Naval, the number 13 for Fiji, he was very good. Tane Milne in the back row tried really hard as well. Now, on to Papua New Guinea. They had several good players. Nane McDonald, probably the player of the game. He was outstanding at fullback. He had 277 meters, scored a try. And what you guys probably don't realize is if you don't watch the Super League, you probably have no idea where he plays. Nane McDonald plays right centre at the Salford Red Devils week in, week out. He hasn't played fullback in ages. And for him to come in at fullback and play like that was outstanding. You had Roderick Ty played well, man. Robert Derby, outstanding. Kyle Laybut and Lachlan Lamb did the job. I thought the front row was very good too. Valentine Richard, he was very unlucky not to score a try. Jacob Alec was great. Reese Martin was solid. Jeremiah Simbican, I hope I pronounced that right. He was decent. Jack DeBellin had a strong game, led by example. And the others I'm going to give a rap to. I thought Liam Horn was decent. Casso Bandai, or Bendy, he was good, man. He was good off the bench. And Namo, who ended up scoring a try off the bench, he had a really good game as well. But Papua New Guinea deserved the win. They were the better team. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they go in week 3. Now, in week 3, Papua New Guinea will take on Cook Islands. So, basically, next week, Fiji will play in Fiji once again, but they'll be taking on Cook Islands. So that's a really big game for both sides there. And then the week after, Papua New Guinea will be playing back at home in Port Moresby against Cook Islands. And based off what I saw from Papua New Guinea tonight, unless Cook Islands are a very good side next week and they go really well, Papua New Guinea are going to be very hard to beat again in 2 weeks' time when they play Cook Islands. They're going to be very hard to beat, especially in Port Moresby as well. They'll be very hard to beat over there. But look, Papua New Guinea, too good, man. Too good. My top 3 players on ground, I'll go 3-2-1 with 1 being the best. Number 3, I'm going to go with, you know what? I'll go Kyle Laybut. I thought Kyle Laybut was really good at 5'8". Number 2, you got to give it to Robert Derby. He was outstanding. And number 1, player of the game, man, I got to go with Nane McDonald at fullback. He was absolutely outstanding. And, I'm not surprised that he was outstanding because I know how good of a player he is, watching him in the Super League every week and whatever, but he was on a different level tonight. So, Nane McDonald is my player of the game. But, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I see we've had a very nice crowd here tonight. Over 60 people tuned into the live stream. I've only been live for about 14 minutes. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Press the thumbs up button. Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I really appreciate that. It means a lot, man. And if you want to donate to the channel and show your support, there is a PayPal option and there's also a Pay ID option. And if you want to donate to the channel and support it, there's ways to do it. Pay ID through email is a possibility. You've got PayPal and other ways to donate. So thank you, guys. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you all for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for another live stream. Anyway, until then, take care. Papua New Guinea, too good for Fiji.